talking about why tipping your servers should be mandatory. So picture this, you're a waiter or waitress, rent is due in about 3 days, and you're balancing waiting on 6 tables at once. Everything's going smoothly until it doesn't, and one of your tables complains about their food being cold. So then you have to rush back to the kitchen and remake it, but it's a busy night, so it takes a little bit, and your customer gets a little agitated. But you're doing everything you can to make sure that they're okay. And later on you receive the bill and you don't get a tip. This happens very often, and often happens because the food is cold or items run out or the customer doesn't like an item. Customers tend to not see how much their servers do. According to the Department of Labor, servers in North Carolina make a whopping $2.13 an hour because the government assumes that they're making their wages up with tips. So it's only right that customers assume that as well. It's safe to say that minimum wage, which is $7.25, isn't livable, then $2.13 definitely is not as well. I think most customers believe servers make minimum wage because it isn't, but that isn't true. Some chefs like Tom Salico have begun to raise menu prices so that their servers could raise their wages as well, and they don't have to worry about tips. Tipping your servers should be mandatory unless the service is just extremely neglectful. When dining out, you are receiving a service. I think it's often forgotten. Someone is literally cooking for you, serving it to you, and cleaning up after you. If you can't afford the service, then you shouldn't be dining out. Realizing how much your server is actually doing for you could go a long way. 20% of a bill is what should be standard, and that's for average service. Below average should be around 15%, and above average should be anything over 20%. According to the Washington Post, many restaurants and cruise lines have already implemented an automatic tipping system. You never realize how leaving a generous tip or not leaving a tip could make or break someone's day. Tipping in restaurants should be mandatory because waitresses in North Carolina only make $2.13 an hour, assuming tips are generated. You are receiving a service when you dine out, and because servers do a lot behind the scenes and you just never know what someone's going through. Tipping in restaurants should be mandatory even if it's just a little. Leaving nothing just isn't right.